So yeah, that article that I read today was, I mean, one of our favorite subjects recently has, of course, been Diablo Immortal
Mm.
and the much maligned microtransactions that are baked into it. That we talked about, we knew was going to be coming because it's a mobile experience, but we didn't know to what level. And with some people reporting that they've spent thousands of dollars
Yep.
to get the legendary gems that they want. So today, the article that I read, and let me quote the website where that came from just to make sure. Oh, IGN. So the article today from IGN says that the Blizzard CEO went public today and defended the microtransactions,
Yep.
saying that they make the game more accessible. I don't know about you, but $15,000 on microtransactions doesn't sound very accessible to me.
So what I think, and again, I don't support him, or his decision, or his statement by any means. But
Yeah.
what I think he is saying is that because of the microtransaction, the game is accessible to everybody because they don't have to purchase the game. The game is free. It's free to play, right? It's free to
How
play. So the game is accessible to everybody.
I absolutely see that point, and I also see where you might be saying that it allows people that ordinarily wouldn't be able to reach end game content because of whatever restrictions they may have in their life, where they can essentially exchange real money for progress,
Right.
and which is the base argument for microtransactions in general,
Yep.
or at least one type of microtransaction, right?
Yeah.
I would argue if you, I would argue that if you're that limited on time, or and you have other responsibilities, um, I mean, I'm not really one to judge, but I mean, if you work that hard for all that money, you're gonna pay to
Bills.
artificially,
You're gonna pay
huh?
bills. You're gonna pay bills.
Right. You're gonna pay to artificially um gain progress in the game, you know, and when you do that, you're hurting I feel like you're hurting other players because people that earn that progress through the game rather than through real life money, they they have experience that they're looking for other players to play with that have that same experience.
Right.
And we went through that in other games where people that boosted their characters in World of Warcraft or Star Wars or whatever, you know, yeah, you have a max level character, you have your gear or whatever that you purchased,
But you
but
have no idea how to play it.
you have no idea how to play it.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, let me get in a group with these other guys.
Who have been
So
dedicating years and years to perfecting their tune.
yeah,
Yeah.
so in that regard, for the community's sake, I definitely do not agree with them selling progress. I definitely don't. So, and if anyone else has any other views, I'd be happy to hear them.
Yep. Send us
But
feel free to, if you watch this video after we're not live, send us a
yeah,
whisper and we'll talk about it the next time we go live.
yeah. But cosmetic stuff, absolutely.
100%.
And
Yes. Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Cosmetics, yes, put them as microtransactions. And you want to know what's really messed up? People will still purchase them. if the game is good enough, people will make those purchases on the cosmetic stuff because they like the game and they want to support the company. I mean, we've talked about microtransactions. Well,
Selling progress, selling weapons, you know, selling any kind of advantage is just bunk.
well, not even an advantage. Just selling just the means to actually complete the game or get to the end game. So not even advantage. Just you can't get to the end game content because you don't have, you know, the max tier gems or gear or whatever. We're gonna sell it. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's just wrong.
No.
Again, I've played Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the 2 hours that I played. You know, it is a Diablo game, and I enjoyed Diablo. But hey, Invisible, how you doing?
Hey.
What scares me is because you know me, I've been looking forward to Diablo 4 for years,
Yeah.
and with Diablo Immortal, because I read an article. I can look it up and try to see if I can find it. I think it was from PC Gamer maybe or Gamer Rant. They're saying Diablo Immortal is still making millions of dollars from the microtransactions.
The number that I just read from IGN, let me look at it again just to make sure that I don't misquote.
We're talking Invisible. We're talking about Diablo Immortal and microtransactions. How you can't advance in the game without spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And we're just, yeah.
24 million in 2 weeks.
So that's people that have spent, because again, it's a free to play game. So that means people have purchased $24 million worth of microtransactions.
Yep. And so obviously we're not, I won't say we're not in the majority, but we're obviously, there's people that have different opinions, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's fine. I mean, it's their money. It's their money.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them. It's their money. I just hate the fact that because they're spending their money like that, it makes it difficult for other players. Because to Activision and Blizzard, this is a success.
Well, yeah.
This business model works.
Huh?
So let's keep doing it. And then next thing you know, people can fly. Hey, that worked for Blizzard. Let's try it in Outriders. Hello Games. Hey, that worked for People Can Fly and Blizzard. Let's try it in No Man's Sky. You know, that's what I'm concerned about.
Well, I mean, just microtransactions in general have proliferated through gaming.
Yep.
And it's a rarity when you see a game that comes out that doesn't have them now.
Right. Because, like, we just mentioned No Man's Sky and Invisible. I know you're a big No Man's Sky fan. It's got microtransactions in it.
It does?
With the Quicksilver. But it's all cosmetic stuff for your base. Decorations for your base. Different spacesuits that you can wear. That's it.
Yeah.
And if I choose to spend, you know, the $10 for, you know, 5,000 Quicksilver to go buy the helmet that Invisible has, which I really like, that's my choice to do that. I can still continue and finish the game and play the game, even if I choose not to do it.
Well, taking the other side on that, do you feel at all like they've removed value from your game purchase? Where, you know, well, for example, And another aspect of this whole conversation is day one DLC,
Mm-hmm.
right? They
Yeah.
obviously in day one DLC they cut pieces of the game out just so they can sell it to you on the side
Yes.
because they could have released it with the game.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that any of those customization options that are for sale follow that same model where they
No.
cut content out of the game?
Customization options? No. Because
No.
customization, in my eyes and my thoughts, hey, what's going on, War? How you doing?
Hey, War.
In my eyes and my thoughts,
Yeah.
customization is not cutting stuff out of the game.
Well,
In my thoughts, it's not cutting stuff out of the game. When I think of cutting stuff out of the game, I think of my character physically cannot run this mission or physically cannot complete this dungeon because they have taken it out of the game.
well. It was just a question, but going back to the Blizzard conversation, just as as a whole, since Blizzard combined with Activision, they have really, um, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but they've
Screw
gone
the
down.
pooch. Screw the pooch.
Yeah.
Dropped in quality. Warwolf, RMA went through for the video card, so I get to send that thing in. Good. So you're gonna get a new video card coming in.
Yeah. Did you get the upgrade? That 3080 Ultra you were hoping for? Shut up.
I was like, no, I did not. I didn't get the upgrade.
Dang. That was worth a shot.
But you do got something coming in to where you'll be able to run with the rest of the clan, right?
There you go.
2 weeks. Damn it.
2 weeks. Well, it could have been much worse. I guess we should think positively because, with the shortage, the video card shortage that we had the last couple of years, could have been much worse.
Well, that's all right. 2 weeks, you can just expect to level your Outriders character really fast.
Yeah.
Why is this on Apocalypse Tier 20? You're on 21, right?
Well, you're the host, so
Yeah, I'm on 21. Oh, okay. I'm guessing Bane, you know what that means?
I didn't get to read the whole thing because the game started loading and I didn't want to get smashed by Aquaman.
I just hit him for 1.8 million with my shotgun.
Nice shot.
Normal shot. Give me my loots.
okay. So they're gonna refurbish yours and then send it back. Is that what?
Anyone who didn't follow the daughter out of this
Okay, that's what it sounds like.
what killed them and left this
And it's gonna take time for them to test it and figure it out.
Ooh, they just keep spitting out. It's almost to the point where I'm like, stop giving me purples. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I need the cargo resource drops, so I need those more than I need the materials from dismantling the purples.
Hmm. Could use the the shards, for the stats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
every
Dismantle my purples real quick.
What was in that passage that the father was so that he was willing to let it fall?
Hmm. Okay.
No, good.
Yeah, I almost never RMA, so I'm not as familiar with the process. I always just I I always just keep hounding the store until they give me a refund.
I don't know what RMA is.
I forget what it stands for, but it's basically sending it to the manufacturer to get a new one. Warranty replacement.
Okay.
I mean, that's just another way to call it, another way to think about it.
What was the other thing you wanted to talk about?
What's that?
We talked about Immortal and the article.
Oh, dude.
Return merchandise authorization. Okay.
But as far as Blizzard's concerned, I guess they can't all be Hello Games. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't need to be EA either.
well, they've definitely achieved EA status.
They have with this one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was yeah, when you sent me that article, I read it.
That's
And
it.
I literally just sat there and shook my head.
So I mean, of course the CEO. I mean, now that I think about it, of course the CEO is going to defend it. I mean,
of course.
they made 24 million in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're good.
Yep.
But at first, I was thinking this is just a short term. This is just going to be a short term thing. But I don't know. Numbers don't lie.
Nope.
They
And
wouldn't
again,
do it if it didn't work.
like we've said, you know, Blizzard, Activision, they're a business. Their whole purpose in life is to make money. That's their sole purpose in life, is to make money. And if this business model makes 24 million in 2 weeks, then that's a success in my eyes. We were talking about an article that was put out for the Blizzard CEO or Activision CEO, one of the two, put out a statement. Yeah, Blizzard put out a statement talking about or supporting the microtransactions in Diablo Immortal, and I'm pretty sure there are people that out there that are outraged.
Well, what surprised me about it was just the amount of backlash that they've received and the number of high-profile streamers that have dumped the game already, you know, and I would have expected them to backpedal at least a little bit
Right.
or some sort of explanation, but like my man was just like,
No.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we're good.
Supposed to be
He said, what'd you say, Bane? The microtransactions make the game more accessible to everybody.
all
Right.
the stories she told me, they were about
And that's what really drives me crazy. I utterly disagree with that.
Mm.
It does not make the entire game
ancient, some kind of private.
accessible to everybody. It makes the game accessible to everybody up to a certain point because it is free to play.
The hell else?
But after that certain point, it's not accessible anymore because you're not spending money on it.
These carvings are 1,000 years old.
Exactly. Make it accessible to people with money.
Writing a language from galaxies away that hadn't even been.
Yeah, at this point, I have to question why even. What's the point of playing a game? Like, if you don't. Half of the game is the journey, right? If you're
Mhm.
just paying to get to the end, you miss all that content. So I don't.
As we skip cutscenes. As we.
Yeah, good point. I hope we don't start seeing something like that, where single-player story games come out and it's like, pay $10 more and you can go straight to the final boss, or
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
no, not at this point. I wouldn't.
Nope.
Certainly not.
Wouldn't be surprised at all. But again, you know, it's the same thing like we've talked about before. You know, the EA, the sports players,
Yeah.
constantly feeding EA their money. You know, just to get. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I think we've talked about this before also. The difference between a microtransaction and what Blizzard is doing with Immortal is different.
I'm sorry. Repeat the last part. The difference between who's doing?
What Blizzard is doing with Immortal and microtransactions, they're different. Invisible, I have not seen Wicked on the stream today. But what I mean by that, Bane, is in a microtransaction, you are making a purchase for a specific item.
Yeah.
With what Blizzard is doing in Immortal, you are
loot
making a
box.
purchase for a
For a
chance. Invisible, me and Bane were just talking about that. I don't know. We're gonna run and shoot some stuff in the face for a little while. Then we'll see how much time we've got. We may get on it. But I've already told him about what happened yesterday and the hookups that I've got for him thanks to you.
Yeah. Thank you in advance.
Yep. But yeah, Diablo Immortal, when you make the purchase of their loot box, it's only a chance to get.
Yeah.
No, Bane does not live in Japan. We met
used to.
we met
I
each
was
other
there.
over here. We met each
Yeah.
other when we were both stationed over here, but yeah, we just been friends for 20 something years. But that's the difference, I think, between microtransactions and what Blizzard is doing.
Yeah. A direct purchase versus the gambling.
Yep.
Yep. There's nothing really I can say about that because I used to collect baseball cards and it was the same shit.
Yeah.
when I was little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Pokemon cards. I didn't do Pokemon cards, but I mean it's the same. It's the same model. What you gonna get in the pack? You know what I mean? And gambling for kids. Well, not so much kids anymore, because I think I also read that more adults play video games now than children.
Yeah, that's because all the kids of the 90s are all adults now.